I think one of the most comments that I've gotten after that video that I made about the VTuber bootcamp was, Liko, how do you even start making long-form content? Like, I want to start making videos. I don't know how. Like, they're so different from shorts. They're so different from cutting live streams and making like the VOD into a highlight reel. Like, I know it's very different, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Hopefully. Most people who probably won't be doing commentary, you probably don't know where to start. And so hopefully I'm going to show you the ropes on what I do personally. Personally, right? This is only what I do. It's probably wrong. I found one way to do it and then I never changed it. So I'm going to show you that process today. So hopefully you too can start making videos and see that it's definitely not as scary as you think it is. So I'm going to show you my screen. So first, what I like to do is I make a Google Doc or a notepad or anything. Hold on, let me find something. Okay, so this is a very brief example, but I make a script. So first what I do is I brainstorm ideas. So I'll have just a bunch of ideas, maybe like this. Just a couple of ideas that I want to do maybe on stream or as future video ideas. And obviously these are a bunch of random things, but I make one really big general idea that I want to do, another one like that, and yeah, like this. And then I start writing bullet points. Okay, so I have a general idea and what type of things do I want to look at within this video. Since I do commentary, I usually tend to do research about the things that I talk about. I am usually very opinionated about the things that I talk about. So it's going to be different for every niche. But in general, I think when you're scripting, having notes or at least bullet points will be beneficial for you. So obviously, I put out some of the biggest points that I want to talk about. This is kind of outdated, for example, but this is a pretty big talking point in the creation of Neurosama and AI VTubers that I think kind of squashed the beef by now. This is a very, very old idea that I never actually made to do. But it's something that you can address. So talk about it. Or if you think it's, an uphill battle that you don't want to fight, delete it. Like that. But this is where you're brainstorming. This is where you're fleshing out your thoughts into better articulated details, right? And then if I can scroll up, yeah, here's another one. So I had my idea and then I started to write basically a script, right? Almost like an essay, but a very personalized one. Something very chill, something that sounds like what I would say and not, like an academic essay. Like you can hear me reading this, right? There's something about the content creation grind set that pisses me off, right? It gives human, it gives your personality. So it doesn't have to be super well detailed and thought out. It can be very personable. Just have your ideas written down. So that's step one. This usually takes a couple of days unless you're just really good at what you do or you have time sensitive content, then you don't really need a script. I know there's a lot of VTubers like Static Tokyo, for example, and they usually do like video of the day, let's just talk. They are very charismatic, so they can just keep talking and talking without a script. But for people like me who tend to really struggle because I have ADHD, it's really hard to focus. I tend to write a script just so I know that everything I want to say will be covered because I can't trust my brain to remember everything in the moment. So if you're that type of person, I highly recommend you flesh out your script and you revise your script. And then what you want to do is, after you finish writing your script, you want to put in little notes for yourself. This is like, imagine a movie storyboard or an anime episode storyboard or a webtoon storyboard where you want to put in dialogue cues or visual cues so you know when you're editing the video what you're looking for, when to pause, how to storytell in the correct fashion, right? So, I want to throw in clips, so I'll throw in clips here. And then I want to do an unscripted segment of how I felt after that. So it's not fully scripted video. So these are all things that you can note down to yourself. I wish I had my script from last time. I can't show this. I can't show any of this. So this is the only one I can do because I've pretty much scrapped this idea. What you want to do is visualize the outcome, your final video, before you even start. So how you want to pace it, what kind of visuals you want to use. Are you going to use B-reel? Are you going to use highlights from your own VOD and just put it in the background as B-roll? Are you going to do a hand cam or something and have the visuals take up the majority of the focus? Because for me, my videos are very audio focused, right? I'm telling you the story and you're just, some people don't even watch the video, right? They're only listening. And B-reel is usually what takes up the majority of the visuals in my videos. For some people, that could be art, right? You can be grinding your art. Or it could be just random B-reel you find of your favorite VTubers. Anything that makes sense related to your niche. You want to start planning ahead. What am I going to use? How am I going to use it? What clips do I need? Do I need to shoot anything? Am I going to make gags? Am I going to pre-record some gags? You know, those types of things. That will all go into this early sketch of your video. Now, again, you don't have to do it as thoroughly as I do, but just how I do it. For this video idea in particular, I was going to be a little bit more ambitious. I'm starting to do less commentary focused and more bits and challenges. So what that means is I only get to script so much and the rest of it will be unscripted and in the moment. So like my previous video, a lot of what was going on was scripted and then it would cut to parts where it was completely unscripted. It was basically an interview to myself. I like throwing both of those aspects into videos. I like unscripted and I like scripted. The script keeps the story going. The unscripted shows your honest reactions, right? Your honest opinions about things in the moment. So both of them can be very valuable. After this, obviously you shoot your video. I usually read all of this out in one sitting, one take, so the mic quality sounds the same, my voice sounds the same. There are moments in videos where you can definitely hear when I took a break or when I had to reshoot something, and it's jarring. It's kind of, it pisses me off. Like in my most recent video, it pisses me off, but nothing I can do about it at that point. Also, here's the thing. It's okay to lie. Hold on, I'm gonna make my model a little bit bigger when I say that. I think it's funny. Okay, here's something that not a lot of people tell you, but it's completely okay to lie. Basically what that means is you're not going to get things perfect on your first try, right? You can read the script, record yourself for doing the script 30 times, and maybe you'll choose the 27th take. Or you can just keep re-recording because you're trying to get it perfect, and nobody will know. Nobody will know that it was your 27th take. There's also parts where if you really want to know some behind the scenes secrets, some of the unscripted portions of videos that I do are not scripted, but the ideas have already been thought through. I already knew what I was going to say going into it, and it doesn't have to be chronological. So some clips that seem like they were in the moment were actually filmed after. We're using my brain to remember what it felt like, what I was worried about in the moment, because I didn't have the mind to record myself during that time. And nobody knows. If I don't tell you, you would not know. And it's okay. If it makes for a better story, and if you're not doing it in bad faith, right? If it's just for the benefit of your video, then yeah, I think it's totally okay. It's okay to lie. It's okay to mess up. You can re-record as many times as you want. You can record things after the fact. You can take months and months and months break between and then just like pick up again later. And people still, they won't know how long it's been if you don't say it. So those are just some secrets. Those are some secrets. Another thing that I personally have done before, because my webcam tracking is really not the best, as you can see, my mouth tracking, because I'm using a webcam, it's really not good. So if I record myself, usually on my live 2D model, and I see that my mouth is just hanging open the whole time, and I'm like, oh, it's so jarring, right? It's so ugly if I just leave it with my mouth open the whole time. So I will take the audio and then I'll go back and re-record just my face on OBS, mouthing the words and using like way ooh, like very enunciating, so the camera will pick up the motions of my mouth. And again, you just line that up, mute one audio, and nobody will know. Consider this the debut of my new model. I'm still using a webcam, so obviously we're not getting the full mobility of a 3D model, right? I can only do this on VC Face. But yeah, shout out to Chakin or Chak on Twitter. They made this for me. Should I have a better background? It's okay, you guys don't care. Yeah, they spent a lot of time working on this model, and I'm so happy with the outcome. It looks beautiful. I love their art style. It looks so fun. It's so fun. All right, so this has been Licorice Banashi. Hopefully this has inspired you, or at least kickstarted you into starting to make your own long-form content. It can literally be about anything. Just do anything you want. I swear you're going to find an audience. Goodbye.